Welcome back to Global Loot Wingman Duo third-person tournament. We're back here after 2 maps, one Erangel, one Miramar, and tell me, what do you think about Miramar TPP Duo?
I mean, Miramar overall, maybe not duos. We saw a lot less vehicle play. We did see a few rotations from players that are really far away, like Rafi and Mr. and Crisper. They came in like late with vehicles, but once they got into the circle, we just saw foot play. There was like no vehicles late game at all. So that was different to the Erangel.
It was kind of centralized, like kind of centralized.
Yeah, it was centralized, but you could tell that the way people moving on foot, that they could move from next circle to next circle pretty easily, whilst in Erangel, they kind of needed the vehicles, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a good like diversity of skill sets, right? Once it's more vehicle heavy, this one seems more foot. It did end up in a town though. In towns, you're not going to use vehicles, so we didn't really get to see these ridge or hill plays that we've seen ourselves and played ourselves in Miramar. It was more just Los Leones, the biggest town in Miramar.
It could be like a George or Yasnaya, and it's kind of the same thing. We actually have a leaderboard ready here after the second game. And of course, we're going to see Stuff and Spider still in the lead. But Miri taking a close second here with 260 points with 6 kills. Borg and X popping up to 234 points.
They came 5th in game, well, 4th place in game 1, but 5th in overall points because they got less kills. But then 9th or 8th in game 2. So those two top 10, when you come top 10 back to back, it's really good because teams normally, because there's 32 teams, right? It's really hard for a team to do well back-to-back, right? So if you come top 10 twice, you are almost guaranteed a top 5 after those two, and that's where Bog and X is right now with 10 kills. So they're second place, I believe, right now in terms of kills. Stoff and Spitter in first place with 11 kills. We do see Calvin Klein and Tauzera fourth with 6 kills.
Actually, a really close top 4 here. Also top 5, and then moving down to Kane and Wick. The top 6 is super close. Everything can happen still. We have 191 points on Wick and Kane, getting 7 kills here as well. Also, we can jump to the other side of the leaderboard here, looking at the bottom. Number 32, Young Sound Nutsbreaker, 0 kills, 0 points. And then we see well-known name, Heaton and Floppen. With 0 kills, and
it's not the end of the world. So there's 3 games, 32 teams. Two good teams, and they can be back. I mean, one good game, they'll be in the running place, right? So it's not the end of the world for them. And they just have to focus. I mean, when you get into a situation like that where you have 2 bad games, the worst thing that you can do is get maybe tilted or like you know, play more aggressive than you should be, and I don't think you should be doing that. I feel like teams should just carry on doing your game plan. I mean, if your game plan is not working, then maybe you need to adjust a little bit, but
if their game plan is jumping down and fighting in the beginning, then they should maybe switch things up. But let's see what they do in the next zone, in the next map. I actually really still hope that we're gonna see a face-off between the Nip Boys, Borg and X, and Heaton. That would be super fun. Imagine the office banter once they
I mean, maybe Borg and X won that action, but Heaton keeps dying. And like, why do you keep dying? We need to fight against each other. Stop dying.
They see the kill feed. They keep dying again. They maybe even made a bet like, okay, guys, if you kill me, then you're gonna get, you know, that's good stuff. But yeah, we're gonna be back here with Erangel, and I hope we're not going to get a melee circle again. And I think we're going to see some of the same playstyles moving out of the circle. We're going to see some people going Kameski, Servany, Sarki, Primorsk, all these edge towns, getting some loot and then going...
we did get a southern plane last game, so it was mostly just on the south, kind of mid part of the map was used. Hopefully we get a more like balanced one mid through the map or something like that, so we get to see more spreadability. And a better circle. I mean, military is fine, I believe. I don't mind military circles, but I'd rather see it like once every tournament, you know. I don't want to have it like repeat again because it creates this swimming and just like people crossing bridges. It's annoying. And I'd rather see, for the players obviously and for the viewers, to have a new circle come up in Erangel now and see how teams play on that. But what do you think so far? Like, who do you feel is gonna take it after seeing 2 games? I mean, it's still early days, but any eye openers? I mean, Team Random is rank 1. We knew that they were a really good team. I mean, Borg and X are 3rd place right now. So
I hope we see a surprise. I hope we see somebody coming in this third game, making a surprise, getting 10 kills, getting a win. You know, this this unknown team coming into the scene, TPP Closet Lovers, or not even, maybe just lovers, and then played it a lot. But yeah, we also have 9 other lobbies. Totally, we're not gonna see anything from that yet.
Yep.
But we have Global Loot League stream number 2 with Papa Boogie and friends. If you want to see a lobby number 2 and how that goes, you can tune into that. We also have Global Loot League number 3, where you can see the map from this stream, which we have that. We talk a lot of the map, and maybe you want to see the overview, how people rotate.
Yep.
And
it's really important, especially for new players, how the good players treat each circle. As you saw Kane and Wink there, right? Wick, sorry. Every circle that came up, they were moving super fast into a good spot. And you see that from good players. Some unexperienced players, they might stay on the edge and don't really rotate into a better spot. So I feel like having the map overview is just a really good, cool thing to see. As also to cheer for your teammates. I mean teammates as your the team that you want to support, right? Let's say Miframe is in here or Heaton. You want to know where they are on the map, and we're not catching the action. You just tune into the Global Loot League free and see the map, what they're doing and what pathing they're taking and stuff like that, which is really awesome.
It's really good. Like, especially if, of course, this is duo, this third person. This is kind of different, but the migrations is kind of the same. It's kind of the same pathing you use. So if you want to get some of the inside info on how these top level players they actually play, you can actually tune into this Global Loot League number 3, and also maybe tune into number 2 and see how Papa Boogie and friends. I don't know how many friends he has, but I heard it was kind of a lot of friends. So he's swapping between them and giving you some of the fun and entertainment from the lobby number 2. And yeah, if you were to play Miramar duo, where would you drop?
I mean, right now in squads we are kind of dropping on Picado.
Boxing ring champions.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a good spot for squads because you're in the middle of the map. He has really good loot and you have easily rotations out of. I think it's one of the strongest spots in Miramar. But in duos, I would probably not go there. I would probably take something on the edge and just safe play it in, because I don't want to fight that many people in Picado, get stuck, because it's going to be another team. As we saw there was 3 teams dropping a Picado. I was expecting more, but yeah, I mean, what about you? Like, are you a Picado guy actually, or?
See, closet Picado lover? No, actually, I have my eyes on some of the other cities. But if I were to play a duo here in this kind of tournament, I was going to jump for a car. But again, the car spawns. I kind of don't know where all of them are, but they are usually in long roads. So I'd probably, jump on a long road, like fly past it, make sure.
We saw a few people do that, and 2 teams contested, and one was I think got run over, or there was action. I mean, that's the tough thing about if you don't know the spawns, because you're just gonna fly over, and then if you land, if there's no cars where you kind of want to land, and then it's just in the middle of nowhere in Miramar, right? You don't want to be there. And
also there's car spawns in the middle of nowhere. Like sometimes you go...
Oh, in the middle of like...
And you see like a ridge, and then there's no houses, but then there's a pickup right in the middle, and who's going to know these spawns? This is like super random spawns.
I mean, over time, we have so many hours in Erangel. We have 1,000 hours in Erangel. I mean, we kind of knew the car spawns. It's a bit easier to know in Erangel because the landmarks and there's like hard car spawns, right? The garages and stuff like that. So we know that in Miramar. It's so early days. I don't think there's any like garage hard spawns. I think in Hacienda there's one.
There's a couple.
There's a couple.
Not as many as Erangel, but there's a couple here and there.
But over like a couple of months, we'll kind of pick it up and know all these car spawns. So then you'll see teams dropping specifically in certain areas for those car spawns. And I think we're gonna drop into the game in about less than a minute right now. The map is starting, and Erangel now for game 3. So it's Erangel, Miramar, Miramar, and last game will be Erangel. So we'll see how teams are going to drop now. So game 1, if you dropped in a city, maybe Pochinki, and you got another team in there, are they going to adjust? Are they going to carry on dropping those spots? We'll see. I mean, we saw, for example, in Primosk was free for Mifrain.
And his they had a lot of time.
Military was also free for another team. So I'm curious if they're going to repeat going there. Because that's the thing about competitive PUBG. Once you drop in a city and it's alone, you can keep going there, and teams know you're going there. They'll avoid you, right? And probably that's what happened in this case. So we'll see what happens in game 3 now, Erangel. And I believe we're going to start up the game.
And we're going to see the plane in a few seconds. And I'm pretty excited to see if Heaton actually manages to jump into school and apartments again and die. But let's see here. We're going to see a southeastern plane here from Milta and towards the George area. And Team Random jumping early again. We saw them actually looting earlier in Milta before, and they're going to do the same again. Texas as well.
Yeah, this is southeast going to northwest. So this is going to be kind of cut in the middle of the map. Yep. So this is going to cause a little bit more spread. More people can actually go in the north part of the map. We didn't see the first game. Borg and X actually jumped early. They went to shooting range and /Saverne in the first game. And we see them going to military now, I believe. Yep. A few teams actually going that way too.
Looks like some of the teams, actually Spaltone here, he has regretted going to military. He's going to try to go a bit more north here. And we see this plane, super nice plane for this. It's going to split the map in half. It's going to be like a cross from southeast to northwest. We're going to see some teams going northern George, some teams going southern George, and some teams in Pochinki, two or three teams in Pochinki. And we're going to see Crispire and Mr. going school again.
Yep.
And they're actually going for a car here. No, they're not going for a car. That's Adje from Mocket going for a car, and they're just going to drive away. Wick and Kane here in the western part of the farm area.
Borg actually stopped on the north road of military. He actually gave up his parachute. Same for X. They're not going for military. They saw another team go in, which is the team that went there first game.
Right.
So they kind of abandoned it. They lost that Mexican battle when you're in the parachute. Who's going to let go first? But we have a pretty good spread. A few people on South George, 4 teams there. One team in hospital, one in the warehouses, West Town, North Town. Oh, wow. That circle is esports ready, I must say. That's around like 70% water right now, which is going to cause a lot of action at the land. There's not enough land for teams there, so this is going to be a crazy first circle, I would say, first phase.
This is one of the circles that's actually also... You can have a plane that drops drop a crate outside the map as well. Let's see some action here.
Ad hoc gets some Matrix in Pochinki and Cryo Matrix left alone now. Kind of a bit spread out.
So looks like Ad hoc and Jim
Mata and Ad hoc are actually, I don't know what place they are right now. They did end up second place in first game.
Oh, I think third. I think
third overall? I mean, Boganex are third overall. So.
Oh, yeah, right.
But I think they're probably in the top 10, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So then contention, they just got a kill here, and they might have Pochinki for free, I think. It's only them 2.
Yeah.
Team like Random, and Milta Power gets knocked. Speedo, Calvin Klein, landing a shot on Stoff there. Yeah, he's gonna finishes him off. This is not good for Random. Team Random, the #1 place right now, but they were really close. There was the top 10
points. Yeah, 10
were
points from
really close with each other. So, and losing a member this early is not ideal. Spider does have the center of the map, so it's not going to be the end of the world if he just stays there. But losing a player early on is not going to be a good idea. Mifrin and Mirva and in Lipovka for free. Yet again, they get another town for free. They got Primos for in the first game.
And also we see Yasnaya all by themselves.
Kane and Wink are actually pretty far away in farm.
Yeah,
I guess they know that no one else landed around them.
Winner from second map, together with Didi Wonderchild, looting Yasnaya all by himself. And they're not far from the zone, so they actually have about 7 minutes to loot up before they have to move with the one.
Joe Awesome and Ding in your favorite spot, Kameshki, your new favorite spot.
Yeah, 100%. These guys are going to
listen to you, maybe.
Yeah, I think they listened. They heard some of the tips. I think they're going to be in a top 5 position here, coming out of Kameshki.
Just coming out of the Kameshki, they're going to be top 5 guaranteed.
Yeah, it's a winning spread, I'm telling you.
We'll see. We have to catch that later if they actually end up top 5.
And a crate in the water, obviously, there's a high chance of the crate going water. And Borg and X actually super split up. It looks like Borg is going to go into some trouble here. Dizzy is going to knock Kelvin from Ronin here.
So Groza
in the drop, I think he's turning quick door mag as well.
Groza, another.
Borg actually killing one of the members here in the melee and knocking him.
Fight.
Yeah.
Finishes him off. Tauzera pushing into Dizzy. Dizzy, I think, alone. His teammate, I believe, is I think it's Tex is looting the Milta power.
Yeah.
And
hitting the ground here.
Gets downed.
Yep.
So Tauzera is going to be able to revive Calvin Klein because Dizzy's teammate is pretty far away right now. And he's not going to be able to help. So Dizzy's going to go down
he's
here.
in the Milta power, big area here. Yeah, so he's going to lose that teammate. Ronin there going off with a guy early.
Borg did end up killing both of them. 1v2 situation for Borg.
Yeah.
I wonder if he knew they were there and he just sneaked up and waited for them, or it was just kind of like a surprise. He was just looting around and met them.
Yeah, 2 kills already for Borg and X. X he's gonna drive towards or walk towards and loot towards Novo here. Tokyoto, who got, I believe Tokyoto was the guy that got second actually in the first round. He was the guy below and Rich. He didn't get any kills though, so overall he ended on third. Here we see Wick.
Wick is already, as you said, they're really early rotators, as we saw in Miramar. And we see Wick here already trying to rotate and get a good spot in this circle. Because this circle, since the majority part of it is in water, you need to kind of move early and get something. Because if you're too late, like everything is kind of going to be gone. So that's what Wick is doing right now. He sees this compound. It's unlooted. Doors are closed, I would imagine. He thinks it's free. And he's going to get more loot and secure this spot kind of in the middle-ish of the circle.
And we have 30 seconds till the zone start moving. That means we have about 5 minutes more before the circle closes. And these teams in the northwestern part of the zone here, they're going to be start to moving soon. We have these 4 teams actually. They avoided each other. So Heaton with Frogrunner, he's going to survive for the first time into the top 30.
So Heaton, first game, they dropped the school. There was about 2 or 3 teams at school, the apartment area, and they ended up dying kind of early. But this team, this game, they ended up going South George, and so far so good for them. I think they're looking for a vehicle to rotate.
And they actually avoided all of it. Like, you see South George is so big, you can have like 3 or 4 teams in that area. You have
especially in duos.
Yeah, especially in duos. Like, you have one team crate, you have one team in the front back area, and then one hospital, and then one western side.
Cryo Matrix, we saw his teammate die earlier on in Pochinki. He's now making a run for it. He's out of there. He's probably geared a little bit, and he's like, I'm out. I'm going to go into the next zone.
Ad hoc here with J Mata. They want to be king of Pochinki, and they are king of Pochinki now. Only taking 1 kill, but they pushed Cryo out, and he just wants to survive getting into this zone. Again, I mean, Joe, Awesome, and Ding
still taking
Kameshki. A reasonable choice here, and they're going to be moving in easily from the northern
Tokyo
side.
going in with the boat, going to spot that crate. I guess they're going to check it out. We saw it late earlier. It was a Groza. So they're going to want to get their hands on that.
Nice loot as well. A level 3 helmet, a level 2 helmet. Lots of loot. They have a mini. They have a
They looted Novo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Novo's pretty good. They're going to get a Groza now
instead
standing
of the AK.
on top.
Ooh, smart. That's going to be lots of good loot for them. Texas still looting the Milta power area, and he's just going to grab a Harry Potter or one of the other towns here. General Arm.
They just passed by a UAZ and left it. They carried on driving the Dacia. They could have grabbed that UAZ, used 2 vehicles as duos, for extra cover, for rotations. If you have 2 guys in 1 vehicle, you can get shot off much easier than driving with 2 vehicles. So
obviously,
don't know if that was part of the plan or they missed it. I mean, they drove right past it, so I guess it was not part of the plan. They just want to be on 1 vehicle and crash on that little wooden thingy, tree.
Rock thing, wooden thing, something intentional being there. And Kane and Wick, they hooked up in that compound. Actually, super good compound, considering like if there's no chance the zone is going to go that much water again, so it's going to push to the west.
Mr. driving around the new forest, kind of north of the mansion. This is new in the new patch of 1.0. They added this
Dacia there.
They do have a Dacia. They're going to split up. They're going to probably carry on looting because they still have level 1 helmets.
Both of them actually level 1 helmets.
They want more lootsies. They're probably going to grab that Dacia and split up.
Good idea.
We see a team on the far west with a boat.
We have
really long rotation. That is not ideal. That's going to take them a long time.
I hope they have 3 gas cans each, to be honest.
Yeah, that's really long rotation. And one team still a Primosk might actually hear them. And if they're low, they could get shot down.
And Raffi and Veloci, Rector, they also really hungry for more loot. They have 2 cars, though, so they're going to be able to rotate in. And also, I mean, going in this late, they're going to be able to just drive straight into the zone. Yajix and Acacia here actually heard Crispire.
Yeah, they're pushing through the forest.
They're going to move now.
They're
Yeah,
going
they
to
took
hear them
both
rotating.
the vehicles. Yeah. They might wanted one of those vehicles. Also a level 1 helmet on Anjix. They're going to be trying to get spot on them. But Mister and Crispire are going to get away from this, and they're going to maybe going to take some shots, but I don't think they're going to try to... Oh, he's going to swap.
Crispire stopped. He's going to swap vehicles, but unfortunately, if he was there like 5 seconds, well, not 5 seconds, like 1 second earlier, he could have landed that car 98 headshot when he swapped cars.
They just want to run in. They are actually inside this zone, so they just want to run in.
Looking for kills.
Yeah. That's a good choice as well. I mean, you don't need... With this zone, these circles, like we have... And from the third to the last circle, we have a lot slower circles. So you can move in slowly, and it's not going to be a problem.
See Bog rotating right now. X did actually control the bridge. He's scouting for Bog so we can cross with the vehicles together.
And Dishji and Lesk, they're going to be moving slowly.
Morphe, I think he's alone right now. Morphe kind of far outside the circle. We see Joe rotating from Kameshki. A lot of teams rotating from the northeast side of the map around Stalba. Tex getting into a firefight. Tex actually kills a Decon on the east side by Miltapower. I think they were rotating to his wizard tower and he gets a kill.
Yeah.
Comiax.
And Broxark here, the aggressive team and well-playing team from earlier, they're actually still looting prison. I think
they were
just waiting.
I think they're just waiting. Yeah, they landed there. They were looting there for a while. I think they're just holding that compound, which is not the most ideal. If you're just gonna wait there, I'd rather take the cliffs because you have higher ground than being stuck in
rotation.
there. Yeah,
and they probably don't have a vehicle either. They landed there.
Joe Osm and Ding are holding Kameshki, carry on looting. Yonzik is rotating. Half HP, less than half HP. Lifekeeper as well, who ended up coming actually 3rd place last game.
Right.
So
maybe taking
they're
some
not
shots.
taking shots right now.
Oh, SKS. Does he have a scope on it? He has a 4x on it actually, or 2x maybe. A scope. He has a scope on it at least here. We see Borg.
Circle, yeah.
See Borg and X here with 2 kills. Calvin Klein Tauser with 2 kills as well. Already
51 alive, 29 teams. Not that many people died, and we get a far east circle shrink here.
And we still have teams in Primorsk looting. They are very hungry. And also Raffi and Velo, they're also super hungry for more loot. And he actually, this circle is... This is, in my opinion, this is not the circle's nice driving here.
Yeah, Bushi.
Oh,
going to be able to flip that back. Saved.
No problem. Calculated. But yeah, this is the circles we don't want to see, you know, like with the majority of the...
Esports ready.
Yeah.
But they're gonna go sneak in, and the Tauser and Calvin Klein are already holding this compound. It's getting trapped on the dash here, unfortunately, and gets knocked down. Tauzera finishes him off. Bushi manages to sneak on the north side of the compound and prones. And this is a thing about 3rd person compared to first. When they were driving in, Tauzera and Calvin Klein were holding behind, and they have no clue they were looking out windows. So they thought, oh, this compound is free. As soon as they stopped, they popped up, they started shooting at them.
The 3rd person peeking. We also see it here, like the 3rd person peeking over windows over this. And this is...
now Bushi is trying to bandage his way up here. Unfortunately, doesn't have any first aids. Calvin Klein is waiting for him. Yeah, Bushi is not in a good spot right now.
And Tauser and Calvin Klein are also one of our top teams here, so they are looking to end that.
We have a fight going outside.
Face off here.
On the edge of the circle.
And they're 3rd person peeking each other.
Behind trees, gonna throw a grenade right now. Fate.
Hit that. Oh, he's gonna run away. Connecting 2 shots here on 420 time.
Landing really good
nice
shots.
Knock Ajay. Gonna push up to that tree. That's correct.
Now they're gonna get an angle on KYB. Ajay behind the rock.
Can make some shots. Keep it super low here.
Thing is, right now he has vision. If both Fate or Ajay are gonna push left or right.
Yeah.
He's throwing a grenade. Lands a few shots, but that nade misses. Fate actually getting knocked from a different Muri from Yasnaya is rotating as well now, and getting a knocked on Fate. Mocket actually ended up killing both of those players, but Mui and Wonderchild was shooting behind them.
Yeah, they have some info on these guys, of course.
Fate knocked out right now, outside the blue, so taking more damage than usual. And they're just holding them right now. Adjef throwing smokes, yeah.
Clever moves. Oh, there, that's finished. Nice headshot by Mui.
Those really good shots from Mui.
Connecting 2 shots and then finishing up with the headshot. Nice. Well played by him. And just taking out Crispy here with a nade inside the centralized part of the zone here. And Velo and Raffi moving in now. XRC and Mr. Caracas also be moving in.
Where's that boat team that we saw earlier? What happened to
still
them?
in the water. They're
Where did they
taking
end up
some
going?
edge plays.
Was that them?
Oh, they're still in the water here down south of...
oh,
yeah, so
they're way south of the map
I
still.
think they had 3 gas cans each, to be honest. Or they swapped like 4 boats.
Calvin Klein getting another kill on Mister.
Yeah. Borg and X also has taking a boat here. It's a clever choice. They're probably going to hit those rocks here in the southern part. Actually, a really good place hitting up those rocks.
Yep.
See, a lot of teams is taking one of these, like the centralized compounds here, which is easy to breach. What we usually see.
You see this from Raffi and Velo. They like playing from outside the circle and coming in super late.
Yeah.
But it cost them in Miramar. They came in late.
It cost them now as well.
And it's costing Velo. He's getting knocked because they're coming in late and you are low HP. And if there's a team running around, they'll just need 1 or 2 shots on you and you get knocked. So
exactly. And as we talked about earlier, some shots here.
Yep, Morphe. I think blowing up his car to get some cover because Mui and Wonderchild were shooting at him. So smart move. Mui and Wonderchild have no vehicles right now. They've been running from Yasnaya.
Morphe actually hit a shot on Mui here. He's only 25% HP. He's going to run away and disengage from this fight.
Yeah,
I know. He can survive that. Oh, connecting 1 shot here. He's going to bandage up. He only has 11 bandages left. He has some stims as well.
I don't think he's going to make it.
No.
Because the next zone is... I mean, they're kind of close to it. It's not too far away, but with both Mui and Wonderchild shooting behind you.
Nice shots by Wonderchild here, connecting that. And also, as we talked about earlier, you have these 40 teams. Not all teams is going to be able to secure vehicles. So as you expect, there's going to be people running in, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the issues if you want to come in late. Yeah. You don't see that so often in squads. In squads, you see enough vehicles for people because they all jump into one. Yeah. But in duos, if you come in late, there's going to be people's... What is going on here?
They're throwing smokes.
They're throwing smokes in the water right now.
So next level gameplay we're going to see here. You saw it here first, boys.
New meta.
Yes.
Smoke water. Yep. And this next shrink kind of hit northwest.
And actually we see that the most centralized and the prime compound of this next circle is not taken yet.
Yep.
Adhoc's going to get knocked here from Heaton. Heaton's first kill today.
Heaton.
Well played by them. They're going to be securing 1 kill. The other guy died outside the play zone, I believe. Yep. But they have a team just behind them waiting in this Harry Potter.
His teammate is actually Jay Mada. He was going for a vehicle.
Really? I see.
And whilst Adhoc was running in,
I see.
Borg and X are going to go to the east side.
You see also Broxark
swimming.
Here. Yeah, they're going to be swimming. That's a swimming fight. You see Broxark holding Heaton here on the western side, waiting for them to come in here. They heard those shots in the western side, and Heaton is going to be moving in there, trying to get some info. And DJC here moving with the boat, and the smoke strats from earlier coming in from Millie. Heaton is still alive. They have no idea that they have positioned themselves north, and looks like Heaton and Fro, they actually know where these guys are.
Yeah, they probably know that.
They have the info. They're inside this one as well. Oh, Broxark showing himself. Taking some shots here.
X actually knocks down Leask. We saw there. They got into the cliffs before him and knocked him down. Because swimming now is tougher. With the new patch, you don't recover stamina as fast as you could before. So it's much tougher to go underneath all the time and pop up. So we see swimmers get punished by that. And I think Heaton and Frog have a better spot than the Wizard guys because they can run around the ridges.
Just wrap around, yeah, they can.
And hold them down as well.
And also we expect these 2 guys to be able to hit some shots as well. Broxark and Adriano, not bad shots.
Mithrain and Liver. I think they killed Kylank. Kylank was at the containers just west of them.
Yep.
No, he's still alive.
Yep.
Okay, so Kailan probably rotated then. He used to be in the containers west of them. Takes some shots in the cliffs. Heaton with a double grenade. Kobe missed that off on the west side there.
And they're in top 20 now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting a double kill.
They're
getting shot from the
behind.
north. Yeah, it's Miyu and Wonder Child, team that won the second game. So this is a test for Heaton and Frogrunner.
Yeah.
Because they've been landing good shots. Let's see how Heaton and Frogrunner can handle against that team. And the circle's kind of close to them too. This is
new circle, good circle. Looks like it's good for them.
Mid-frame bang in the middle on the cliffs. Really prime spot. Kylan K and the yellow houses alone. Play zone actually ends up killing Clonora and General Arm. I think those were the two that were on the boat. If I'm not mistaken.
No, General Arm, they were in the southwestern part of the zone. But they...
Both guys are still alive then?
Maybe.
We'll see.
We see Team Random here positioning its spider is going to move in. And the boat...
Borg X on the pretty good cliff. They know there's a player below them. I think they heard the boat.
Yeah, but they're not inside the zone, so they have to move.
Yep.
And they're going to be pushing up behind Joe Awesome and 11 Ding. So these guys going to take a face-off between those. But yeah, X is trying to get some info on this guy. They know he's below, of course. Looking like that. They might also be surprised with these guys close to them. They're going to take shots now. Walk guy hit by a shot or two. They have 3 kills total. Joe Awesome with the SKS.
Awesome. They're not in the zone either. They need to push a little bit back, so it's going to be a fight outside the circle if they delay this.
Yeah, they're going to try to hold them out.
Yeah, they have a better spot than the Nip boys right now.
Yeah,
So
sure.
Zera gets bushy.
Oh, nice!
What a nade by
nade.
X. Knocks him down.
They're going to push,
push back, and they're going to obviously push now.
Nice
but
knock by Ding.
Yep.
X is going to push up and get him here. Nice. Finish him off. Getting shot. Pushed out from Purge here.
Yeah.
Team Purge is going to push out and try to finish these two guys.
They saw the knock as well. They know that Bog is knocked down.
Aggressive. Nice. Aggressive play by them.
Nip X down to almost 20% health right now. They are pushing up to him. He's not going to be able to land this first aid in time.
We see, nice play by Kane and Wake here. They hear the shots. They also have a long fight going on for about 20 seconds. And Kane and Wake, they're going to capitalize on that.
Raffi 1v2s Mew and Wonderchild.
Oh, nice. Well played by them.
And I think Wonderchild and Mew killed Heaton, if I'm not mistaken, because I do not see them in the map. So Raffi...
Yeah, they're gone.
Yep. Now he has kind of the whole west of the map for himself.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't know that. He doesn't see the map like we do. But if he just pushes a little bit north, he has the whole little hill there to play off. And we see 2 teams crawling up below him, which are probably going to run into each other before Raffi. And Raffi's going to hear that. So you see J Mada is left alone. O'Connell sneaking up on him. I believe he saw a little bit of him. He has. And he's going to finish Mada. But now this gives Raffi the clue. Yeah. There's a team down there.
So he's going to disengage and run north, obviously. He would do that.
Yeah, there you see he's running a little bit north.
Well played by him. Kylank here also has a prime position in the yellow houses here inside the zone. Texas is the only guy in the 4-house compound in the middle of the zone as well. He also just got some streamer loot dropping right on top on his head. I don't know if he's looted. It doesn't look like he's looted it yet, but I think he's too afraid.
Oh, it landed on top.
Yep.
So
he's not gonna get that unless he's gonna do some magic. But
see Spider, who is left alone, he's still swimming around there. He's trying to get a good placement. They are rank 1 right now after 2 games. So he's just like, his stuff is like, you need to get a good placement here, Spider. Just keep on swimming.
Still inside, yeah.
Just keep on swimming. This goes kind of central. Mithrain, Milva, and Chiromatrix right now in prime spots.
Kane and Wick is also going to be able to run in easily on this zone. They're just going to be able to run in on the top side. Kylank here, outside the zone, he's going to be running north. He knows that these 2 guys are here, so he's going to take some shots maybe.
And also got spotted. So it's a 1v2 now with 8 times K98.
Oh, the flick shots.
Tries to quickly take a shot on one of them there.
See the split view here, nice.
Landing
nice
good shots. But now...
The third person waiting game here again. Oh, quick peeks here. Kylan got really skilled French player, streamer as well. Oh, taking overextending a bit there, showing exposure himself to Mice.
Loses his helmet now. Kylan has no helmet, so one shot onto the head will seal the deal. He's gonna move a little bit back and try to avoid this fight, but he's gonna have to end up taking it because the next zone they're gonna have to push into each other there.
Yeah.
So Kylan needs a knock. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a slow-moving zone as well, so he's gonna be able to take the fight.
And some good
shots. Nice hit by him. There's a headshot, maybe even. You can see Mice as well. He's gonna disengage from the fight and take.
He's gonna try and get another angle here.
Yeah. Clever player.
Sees go Connell. Connell's pushing pretty aggressively here. Miliva gets Cairo Matrix, who was alone.
Yep.
End up pushing the cliff, I would imagine, and Kylan has a good nade opportunity here. Gets shot, but lands it, gets the knock, but gets finished by Tex from the opposite side. Yellows.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, good try.
Miliva knocking Lion sick as well. Texas has a really good position as well still, actually. He has the compound to himself.
He sees Keynes and Wick. He has a level 3 helmet. Kylan actually ended up getting the kill on O'Connell, so he gets points for that. Mifrain.
Killing Lifekeeper. And
and Linzonic, so they wiped that team. So 7 teams are remaining, 9 alive. Raffi gets a knock on Mifrain. Raffi lands a really good Kar98 shot. And Mifrain is taking some damage right now. I don't know if he's been knocked before, but
he's getting shot.
Raffi's pushing in now.
I think, yeah, Raffi's taking the
Maze sees him. Raffi is going to go down here. Lucky. He tried to push in further to cover. Which I think he was already in a circle. I think he already had a tree.
Yeah.
It was kind of a push, not really required, but I think he was going for the winning play more than just going for placements.
Exactly. And here Wick has ended Milav and Mithrain. They got at 6th place.
And see Spider still swimming.
Texas knocking Wick here actually from behind.
Texas.
We're gonna see some more plays from him. Not a bad circle form, but he has to move in the open. He can maybe get one of the rocks. But we still have a Joker in DSG down in the water-ish.
See here the kills. Calvin Klein and Tauzeta. They've already been eliminated.
Yeah.
But they have the highest kills of this game. Balkan X with 5. Mew in D1, the child with 5. Wick and Kane are still alive with 5. So
both alive as well.
Yep.
The only team with 2 players alive. They're probably maybe going to see some next levels plays from these guys. If they stay together, play together as a team, they're going to be able to take this win, I believe. Spider here just below the camera. They're going to be he's going to be swimming
still, and the circle's still in the water, so he's going to carry on swimming to get placements.
Yeah, and he secured about 6 or 7 places just by swimming. He's in top 5 right now.
His teammate died really early, so
he wants to secure those placement points. That's obvious for him, but not what we like from these circles.
But Kane and Wick really did well in the previous game, so they're going to be high in the leaderboard. So this is going to be close between Spider and Kane and Wick. If Kane and Wick manage to get a winning game here.
Yeah, absolutely. Have lots of good stuff. One guy without a helmet, the other guy with the level 3. Maybe Wick should not peek as much as Kane here. DSG and Spider, they're going to be seeing each other at some point with the circle closes a bit more.
Texas pushing up to Maze, and he's got right into the circle, I believe, just behind that tree. Yeah, and Maze using the buggy as cover.
And he also has a little rich.
I guess he saw him. He's going to cook a nade and see if he gets this.
Oh, he's gonna Kobe that guy? He's really gonna Kobe him.
I don't know if he saw him. I mean, he has a grenade out, but
do it. Throw it.
There we go. He's gonna cook it overhand.
Oh.
Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe.
Beautiful nade by Maze. Bang on the dot there.
Well played by him. Yeah. And he now has the whole western circle and most of the circle to himself. He doesn't know this, of course, but he is in a prime position for coming there.
If you can get behind maybe that wooden shack or the containers on the west side,
but rock here also
doesn't want to risk it either. He doesn't want to get up. He's fine there where he is right now. Wick and Kane also in the circle.
They obviously saw and heard that nade.
So
they have the info. Something's going on over there.
You probably see the buggy. I would imagine they see the buggy and they know he's there.
Yeah.
I think we just heard a Kar98 shot from Wick there.
Also has a silenced Grosser.
Another shot.
5 total kills from these 2 guys. They want to get some more
Wick is landing some shots on Maze. He has spotted him underneath the buggy. He has a little small angle where his arm was.
It's not easy to hit those shots
No.
either. Gonna hit the car most of the time with the new ballistics and all. You're gonna be having a hard time. TJC actually able to push up here, and he's open here, so he's maybe gonna be able to get some info. He's just
And Wick and Kane actually
oh,
probably...
he's getting the info. Yeah, he knows.
He's gonna win. He probably sees the second player, and then I would imagine take fire, or just wait it out.
Oh, he
Doesn't have any nades, as you see, I believe. If not, he could have maybe cooked one nade and threw it up there.
oh, this is a patient man right now.
Yeah, normally you would see people who just like instantly take fire, but he's just waiting until he gets spotted. Probably if he gets spotted, he will shoot back. But
Here with the split camera, we see all the action from the guy. Very nice feature here. Wick and Kane have no info on.
Speeder still has water, and I think the next circle still has water for him. I don't think Kane and Wick have spotted at him. If not, they would have already taken some shots. So,
yeah. I think he just saw him Wick actually here. Yeah, hitting actually Spider in the water. Nice shot.
Shot on him.
And the DGC just noticed Wick taking more shots than Spider. Oh my God, this guy.
He has a kill here. He knows it, but he's waiting for that second player.
Yeah.
He's waiting for the second player to get closer.
Also, he may be wanting to get the other guy in the water out of the play, you know, securing one more placement. Because if he takes the, God, this is so close.
He hasn't made any noise, so Wick and Kane are pretty clueless right now. But he's right in front of you.
Hello. Imagine if he like could talk to him in game. Psst, psst.
Yeah.
Do you know the way? Psst.
And we see Maze. He had to obviously rotate, and he's using the buggy to get into the...
Taking all the aggro and all the...
Pretty good rotation there from Maze. And he gets spotted. They sees, knocks one, falls down.
Oh, very low HP here.
Super
Wick
low
securing
HP.
that kill. Well played by Wick here. And Kane is gonna crawl back to Wick.
I wonder if they spotted him there, or...
No, he was taking shots on him. So he exposed himself because he saw both of them.
Ah, okay.
He was on a pretty good position, so he saw both of them. Spider here, taking himself from like what top 14 to top 3 because of the circle and the water. And
Kane and Wick still alive though, which is a contesting team for them.
He's still inside the zone, really centralized as well. So he's probably going to be in the next. No. This is actually the last circle, isn't it?
No, this should be one more after this, I believe.
Maybe, yeah.
It could be the last one, but I think there's one more.
I think there's one more, maybe. We'll see that. But yeah, Mace has secured himself to that. Yeah, we're going to see that. Oh, this is good. Good circle. Getting away from the water, getting away from the rocks. So whoever gets this tree, maybe, is going to be walking out of here. The southern, western, like in the down left area.
I think Maze, in position-wise... for the circle is in the best spot, but he is alone.
Yeah, and he's not inside actually. He's just
but he's just inside. So Wick and Kane have to move before he does.
Yeah.
Like he can stay there until the end.
But the top right tree here we see is in the only cover inside the tree. So whoever gets that, if they get it, is gonna come out there as a winner. But
Speedo is obviously just gonna play for second place right now.
Yeah.
He can't get up.
No.
He's trapped, so he's just gonna hope that a fight goes on before.
Yeah.
And he ends up coming second place. But if Kane and Wick push through that tree that you say is in cover, they're going to expose themselves right now. Maze landed some shots, exposes a buggy.
Holy
he shot at the buggy.
That
was a really good move though by him. He knew it was
and a Kobe's going to come out here.
Low HP, Wick throwing a Kobe.
Boom. Oh, just
too short.
Maze here on the rock.
And I think Wick and Kane might be in the circle there. It's really close.
Like
it's kind of on the edge. Speedo ends up getting eliminated. Wick and Kane knew.
He should have waited.
Yeah.
He tried to get up.
I think he made noise and gave away his position in that second place. That could be crucial.
Yep.
Could cost him, but...
7 kills total on Wick and Kane. 5 on Maze. Flashbang.
No vest on Maze right now. Zones is shrinking. I think Maze is going to have to move more or less the same time with Kane and Wick, but I think Kane and Wick actually have that circle.
I think they're just on the inside and maybe have to expose themselves just a little. Wick is not inside. He has to move a little. He sees that. They're just going to peek at the same time from 2 different angles.
Wait.
Nope.
Maze is not going to get the circle. Rock is just outside and Kane and Wick pop up at the right time. But didn't get the kill. Play zone.
Oh, play zone. Okay.
So that extra kill
got denied by
the play zone, unfortunately. But 7 kills for Wick and Kane. Really good game. They played that almost perfectly. They pushed against NIP when they were fighting in the cliff.
Yeah.
They capitalized on that knock.
Super clever
They
plays.
were rotating pretty well after every circle, getting a good spot in each circle. So really good win after that, yeah. And second place, Miramar as well, the previous game. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're going to be first or second. The only reason I think they would say second is because Speedo came third place. Yeah, just got a third place. So it's going to be super close. We see Maze and O'Connell with 5 kills.
Super good kills from Maze as well.
Yep.
Nice nade. And a super good kill on Raffi, actually running in the open, connecting 3 or 4 shots right there. That's super well played for him. Texas and Dizzy ending on 5th from Ronan. And we're going to see them in the top 10 still. I believe they were 10th before.
NIP came in 13th place with 5 kills, though, which
so
isn't too bad.
They're going to be in the top 5 or top 6 still. And we're going to see some more action from them in Miramar. How do you think the players feel with this Miramar-Erangel swap? Like, one game in Miramar, one game Erangel. Do you think it's frustrating not playing like the 3 same games in a row and then?
No, I don't think in duos it matters too much. I think in duos you see so many random teams every game dropping at different cities that it's totally a different game after each other. It's just you have to adapt. I think duos is more an adaptability game than, for example, squads where you know where teams are kind of dropping and stuff like that. Where I would say, in that sense, you would adapt game after game if it was Erangel like repeated. But in duos, I don't think it matters that much. I mean, we saw, for example, Raffi and Velo, their playstyle of coming outside the circle super late. It did cost them in Miramar, and it kind of cost them there. Raffi didn't manage to clutch some 1v2s. And they're really, like we've seen, they're really good individual players, but I think they need to go back and reevaluate what's going on there, because I don't think they're going to be
super centralized in Miramar early. Like go in the centered compound, one of the centered compound early, and see what they can get from there, because it hasn't really been working going super late, staying outside the edge. And I think actually we have a replay ready here from the Mace kill on Texas. Actually, no, it's Kylan here taking the 2v1.
He lands a pretty good nade.
Oh yeah, right.
But unfortunately for him, Texas was watching from behind, so he lands a really good nade on Colin, knocks him down, but at the same time gets finished. Well
played by Texas, actually. And Texas here also took 5th, but he then
and this other Kobe by Maze, just perfect.
That was a perfect nade. That was really well timed. It's just gonna hit straight on him. No chance. Not even like get knocked and then die from the
he literally just died to the grenade.
He just died to the damage.
Yep.
Super
what do you feel about that grenade feature that bounces you off and does more damage? How do you feel about that?
I think it's like like the damage from the falling is kind of weird, but otherwise they should like implement, you know, like fragment damage or anything else. You know, there's like explosives from that they're usually like extremely, you know, powerful. But sometimes when you have a nade and you get knocked off a ridge or something like that, that's kind of frustrating.
Yeah.
But I think it's intentional, to be honest, because the like nades are super powerful. I don't know if it's powerful enough to like throw a 100-kilo guy with all the inventory and stuff off of ridge, but.
Yeah, we have a replay now of the last fight that happened. Well, before the last fight, actually, where DGZ actually spotted. So he did end up actually shooting first. Yeah. DGZ here did spray.
Knocking one guy.
He did knock Kaint.
Taking half of Wick as well.
So he was being patient, waiting for the right moment. But even if you wait for the right moment in that given spot, it's really tough for him, just because they have the high ground. And here's the last win in play where Wick and Kaint were holding, knowing that they had the position and Maze would have to move. They didn't want to overextend, and Wick lands that good Kar98, but unfortunately it got stolen by the play zone, just ticked away from him, so didn't manage to get the kills. But they're feeling good. I mean, they had a second place, now a first place, with quite a lot of kills.
Yeah, they should be #1 now, to be honest.
Yeah,
coming in 3 like you're gonna come in 3 games. Are you gonna play aggressively in the 4th and 5th, or are you gonna like play passively? You know,
I think their game plan has been perfect so far. Like I can't remember what they did in game 1. I think they died kind of early. It was in Pochinki, right? Yeah. But they are rotating really well. I don't think we'll see them changing so much. I mean, they're kind of being aggressive in that sense. So I think they just keep playing the same strategy and go from there.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think actually we have the intermission/commercial ready, and we're gonna be back after the break with game number 4 on Miramar.